Gotenks, the cocky Metamorph fusion dance of the two mighty sons of of anime's most well-known rivals. Gotenks was introduced during the last arc of the original 42 volumes of Dragon Ball, the Buu Saga, when Goku taught Goten and Trunks the Metamorph fusion dance after coming back from the afterlife. They produced one of the most well-known fusions in Dragon Ball. But how strong is this fusion, to be exact? Now, firstly, before we get into any actual feats for Gotenks, we need to bring up the multiplier for the Metamorph fusion dance, since some people would like to bring that up. There are multiple sources you can use to say that Gotenks is X amount of times stronger than the sums of his parts. For example, in the Super Exciting Guide, it says that the Metamorph fusion dance is A times B, but there's a debate whether within the community whether or not it means A times person B or person A plus person B's power. Though it has been hinted by the Super Exciting Guide that it might be the latter. So there is also this scan from a promotional piece of the Dragon Ball Super Broly film that describes Gogeta and Vegeta as equally matched ultimate trump cards, which suggests that they have relative multipliers. The multiplier for the Potara fusion is just timesing the two characters' power together, so the multiplier for the Metamorph fusion dance is extremely inconsistent. But we do know that Gotenks is extremely strong, especially compared to the some of his parts, that being Goten and Trunks. So you just scale Gotenks way above these two characters. Let's focus on Goten for a little bit to show you guys how strong Gotenks is in comparison. When Gohan wanted Goten to throw some rocks at him, even as a Super Saiyan, Gohan seemed surprised by his younger brother's level of strength. Goten being so much stronger than he thought Goten was, being surprised and might as well consider that Goten might have almost surpassed him. At this point in the story, Gohan's power stagnated since the Cell Saga, going off of Daisenju 2. Stagnant means something that ceased developing or something hasn't increased. This means that Gohan's power at most stayed the same at this point in the story in comparison to the Cell Saga. In comparison, through scaling, Gohan has star level to large star level scaling before transforming into a Super Saiyan 2. Trunks is on par with Goten, meaning he's on the same level of strength, obviously. Gotenks is so much more powerful than these two. Like, seriously, he's basically makes these two look like a joke, pretty much. Both Gotenks and Krillin were more confident enough in Gotenks' strength that he could defeat Fat Buu, even though they knew what Majin Vegeta could do. Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegeta was on par with Super Saiyan 2 Goku, who was stated, in the same form, mind you, to be stronger than his son in Super Saiyan 2 while fighting Cell. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan during the Cell Saga, when fighting Super Perfect Cell, basically stomped him and killed him even though he lost half his power. Super Perfect Cell is a confirmed solar system buster going off guidebooks, the DBZ Kai website, and so on. After Gotenks did some training in the Room of Spirit and Time, his base form should be stronger than his Super Saiyan form before the training, meaning Gotenks got like a 50 times boost in power after that training. And with his technique Kamikaze Ghost Attack, he basically turned Super Buu into mush during their fight in the Room of Spirit and Time. And Trunks said that they would have won if they didn't defuse. For reference for the power of Super Buu, he screamed so loud that he created a portal between the Earth and the Realm of Spirit and Time. Gotenks, as a Super Saiyan 3, actually recreated this feat. The Realm of Spirit and Time is a separate dimension a Earth-sized dimension, mind you, with its own flow of time where one day on Earth is equal to that of a year spent in a room with spirit and time. I've seen some people argue that feats like this, if the two dimensions are closely linked, like the dimensions in DBZ, then that means you could be universal or something like that, you know? There's also the statement made by Goten and Trunks, where they were like so confident in Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks' power, they thought that Ultimate Gohan was at least in Gotenks' League of Power. You could just chalk this up to Goten and Trunks being a little cocky since they're only like 7 years old at this time. Even if they were or not, Ultimate Gohan was referred to as the strongest warrior by Daisenshu 2, most likely just meaning that he's the strongest unfused warrior. And Gohan was shown just bodying Super Buu, but you could argue that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks during the Super Buu fight is stronger than Goku since Goku just blatantly stated that Super Buu is stronger than both Vegeta and Goku himself, and Gotenks was just shown to be on par with Super Buu like several times throughout the fight. So yeah, as you tell by this video, Gotenks is an extremely powerful character, and he's not a force to be reckoned with.